Hello everyone and welcome back to WesterosCraft Walks. I'm your host Kobe.
And I'm Lucia.
And today is a special episode.
100.
Yeah, 100. And you have a disclaimer in the beginning, Lucia?
So with this, we're not going to be doing an in-depth episode like we normally would because of the way we're actually doing this episode. And you'll see why, because this is effectively the WesterosCraft Walks movie. So grab a snack, grab a drink, probably grab like a main meal because you're in for a long one. Yeah.
So maybe you've noticed this wall looks a little different because it's the old wall. This is the new world, by the way, but we started in the old world because this is gonna be Castle Black to Sunspear and Dorne. But not only that, we are also doing the old world versus the new world. Because you might not know, but WesterosCraft has an old world and a new world. The new world started about, I think, mid-2013. And the old world was from, I think, the end of 2011 when the server actually started until then. So we will be visiting places all over Westeros and we'll be jumping in between different versions of it. So we can compare how the server used to be, the build style used to be when it actually started, like, how long was it, like 7-8 years ago? Something like
around
that.
7 years.
And how
8 years.
and how it's now, how the newer style developed. Because we will be seeing projects that were built like all throughout that time. So right now we're back in the old world. So now we can actually compare the gate. First thing to compare. Looks quite default Minecraft, but now we got our special blocks with the new one.
Oh yeah, it was like iron bars on it before. I thought it was wood. I couldn't quite tell.
Yeah, because in the beginning we didn't have our special blocks like we do now.
What's this?
For example, this is on the old world. We have do not use blocks. They didn't used to look like that, but there are some blocks that we used to use in the old worlds that we don't use anymore because we have new textures for it, custom textures. So you might see some blocks in the old world that says do not use. But this is old Castle Black. It has been, I think there were like 4 or 5 different versions. Not sure which one this is. But yeah, you can kind of see the layout. If you just take the layout in for a moment, you'll see it hasn't changed that much compared to the new version. We have a little training yard here, but now we will actually take a look at the newer version. This is the latest version, but I'm pretty sure it's quite old as well, like compared to the time we are in now.
Yeah, was it like 2015? I want to say around then it was built.
Well, I think 2014, maybe early 2015. So it's still 4 years old already, but you can see the kind of layout has stayed the same, but like the building style and the blocks just got an update.
Well, I mean, that's the thing you see with castles like this, where they're kind of designed to be almost broken, abandoned, but there are still some people there where you're like, is it old or is it just meant to look like this? And it's one of those things that helps this build age quite well, I find, anyway.
Yeah. So as we go now back to the old world and compare the main hall to the one that you'll see in a moment, the new world, Lucia can give some information about, I guess, the wall and Castle Black.
So Castle Black was once actually able to hold 5,000 fighting men, but now, as you'll see around you, it's partly in disrepair. That, of course, means that there aren't as many people there, but also because people aren't being sent to the wall as often, they aren't going to the wall as often, because it's pretty cold and it's not that attractive to be a place to work. Though, as you know, most people who did get sent to the wall, it wasn't really by choice, it was a die or go to the wall, and most people would rather not die. Then the primary HQ of the Night's Watch is here, and it's located roughly halfway along the length of the wall, and it's one of 3 castles still manned by the Night's Watch, even though originally 19 were built.
Yeah, so here as well you can see the transition from the new Castle Black to the old one from above, so you could see kind of the layout. but we're gonna compare the battlements at the top now. The old one is not very much to look at.
Should you pee off the edge of the world here?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, look over there. You can.
Mhm.
There's like a little jutting thing on the old wall, and if you jump off, if you aim it perfectly, there's a little pond. But it's not even a pond; it's one block. That if you aim it, you can land in it.
Yeah. So now we'll have a look at the new battlements, which are a lot better.
But I mean, if you look at it, some elements haven't changed that much. Like the stairs and the lift are still the same, just with slight modifications again when they bring new blocks in that aren't in vanilla Minecraft. But I think this one is a lot closer as well to kind of what the show has versus the old world.
Yeah.
But can't imagine the wind up there smacking you right in the face.
Yeah, did we have all the information on did we get through it?
The only other thing I had left, because this has its own video as well, is that there's actually no weirwood at Castle Black, but there is a sept.
You know what this place is? It's Old Mole Town, Lucia.
Lol at this brothel lantern.
Yeah, it's the old version of Mole Town, another do not use block. So Mole Town, it's just south of Castle Black. A lot of the Night's Watch go there for fun, even though they're not allowed to. But yeah, most of the city is built underground in like hallways, wormways. I guess do they call them wormways here as well? This is the new version now. You can see the lantern has gotten its own block compared to the old
The
world.
lantern's upgraded, baby.
Yeah, but here you have lots of fun houses, underground fun houses, which gives it the name Mole Town.
I mean, if you think about how cold it must be there, it's probably smarter to go underground.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But
Well, yeah.
that's one thing you'll notice as well in the old world, that people go and they put signs, like joking signs around, because they know people aren't really going to go. So you'll
But
see
we
a couple of
it.
those.
Yeah, these aren't joking signs, these ones. We're on the old world, and so we're down the King's Road at Old Winterfell. Those were some signposts leading the way to different places in the north. But yeah, here we start off with Old Wintertown, which was built in 2000, somewhere in 2012, so at the start of the server. And in a moment you'll be able to see yeah, I think that explains.
Well,
what
I hope you will be able to see. I hope you guys can all see. And if you guys can't, I'm sorry. I hope my explanation is good.
Yeah.
Here we have
exactly.
Is
Yeah.
it in?
Exactly.
It kind of reminds me of
What?
like a Aspen ski chalet.
Yeah.
I think the do not use blocks are a real like accent to it.
Yeah. This is what an inn. What an inn. Oh yeah. This was the style back at the start. I never witnessed it with my own eyes, but yeah, you'll see a lot of this.
Even when I went on the server before New Winterfell was built, I don't think I ever noticed this before. Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of and a lot of signs as well were placed in the old world. We don't really do it anymore in the new world because it causes more lag.
Yeah, especially when you have like the frame when you put stuff in it.
Yeah.
That was really, really popular, but now it just makes everything way too laggy. As you can probably see, the frame rate goes.
Yeah, throughout the video, some places are worse for frame rate than others, but yeah, we'll have a look at the good Winterfell now. Yeah, so this is
Why'd you say good like that? It is good.
yeah, this is as
were
in like good. No, good compared to what we just witnessed.
I'm
like,
good in general.
I hope you're okay after witnessing our old build style.
Then fast forward to 5 years where we're like remaking this video and we're like, how is this the build style? This is awful.
You know what we have to do? We have to
Gouge out our eyes.
We will have to remake the whole map 1-to-1 scale.
Oh my god, he was saying this yesterday. He was like,
Yeah.
if we don't do it, I'm gonna be annoyed.
No, I didn't. I was
Yes,
joking.
you-
I was
Sure.
joking.
Sure.
So apparently, like the 1-to-1 scale would be like the size of South America. I think George once said. But now our world is like the size of real life LA, like the server as a whole. But yeah, you might remember this place from during the winter when we did Winterfell. in December, I think. But we didn't go from this side. And I just noticed this. This is like the hops drying racks to make beer, which I thought was quite interesting.
And one thing some people don't notice as well is that you'll see with the oak leaves that the hops were on, is that depending on the region you're in, when the mods or the editors, they terraform, they can actually adjust the colour of things like vegetation. So in the north, it tends to be more of like that muted kind of yellow. Meanwhile, in places like the Reach, it's really bright and vibrant. To kind of reflect how real vegetation behaves in different weather.
Yeah. So as we can see, the interiors compared to what we witnessed before are a lot better. A lot of, as you might remember, a lot of the houses in Wintertown aren't inhabited during the summer, but only in the winter. And to compare the inns, this is a new inn, so you can compare that to the inn you saw in the old world. I hope you agree that this one looks a lot better. So, I don't think we've mentioned it, but this was built in 2015, this version. Not this version, the newer version of Winterfell was built in 2015. This one we see right now is 2012, and we are comparing like the walls now. So you see, the old one also had the two different walls with the moat in the middle.
It kind of reminds me how long I've been on the server for, when I remember being a builder and this
was the Winterfell.
Not a builder, as a no build, and this was Winterfell. And even then, you know, when you think about WesterosCraft now, I almost like take it for granted that we're just used to everything looking so like amazing like this with custom blocks. But when you go from vanilla Minecraft to WesterosCraft, like the scale alone is so impressive, which is why sometimes you'll see other channels or other places talking about us, and they'll look at the old world, and even that alone is enough to make people feel impressed.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, look at the new world, it's so much better.
So yeah, we will have a look at I think the library tower next, but Lucia, you can give some information about Winterfell as a whole.
So Winterfell is the ancestral castle and the seat of power for House Stark, who are the main political power in the north for thousands of years, and because of this, and also due to the size of the castle, it's considered to be the capital of the region, and it was actually founded in the Age of Heroes, and it's said to have been built by Brandon the Builder, who was actually aided by giants.
Allegedly,
but he built the wall as well.
Yeah.
So he likes to build them big.
Yeah.
But also another thing with Winterfell is that it was kind of built up over the ages. It didn't start this big.
You'll see that later.
Yeah, and in our previous video there's like an older keep, and they kind of grew and added onto it.
Yeah, so that what we just saw in the New World was a library tower, and this is the old library tower.
I can't imagine having enough books to have a library tower.
Yeah, I guess they couldn't imagine it in this one either, because as you'll see later, in the insides, like they didn't even. No, you'll see it later. We will have a look inside of this.
It's going to be okay,
tower.
Kobe. Okay, I'll get you some salami.
I found a little door.
After.
Okay, this is okay. They got books. They got little signs saying like, "Where is my cow?" That's the title of a book.
I'm right here.
Lucia, don't diss yourself.
Why? I'm just saving the comments some time.
So yeah, I'm like, where are the other doors? There should be doors like around the circle of this like.
No, the rest of the tower is for the crows to read. So they come in through the little holes and just read.
Yeah. Yeah. So at the top I was like, okay, this doesn't look like it could support this roof. But then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go inside the walls. They didn't even fill up the tower. It's not even fill up the. They didn't fill up the tower. They put the little Easter egg there, but no books. There's some books, but you can't get in it. What?
Guys, come on! Even I'm not that lazy.
Okay, we are back calm in the new world.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez, Rick. Oh.
Okay,
man.
we compare.
Everyone just clicks off the video right now.
We're comparing the old and the new woods now. Oh, what is it? Godswood, yeah. There we go. Nice beer woods. This is always one of my favorite places with the shaders, like how the light goes through the trees. But this one isn't, because
it's a forsaken land.
Yeah, as you see, it's a lot smaller. Also, another funny thing, when we go to the tree, not right now, this is a broken tower. I didn't know what it was at first, but apparently it is the broken tower.
The infamous broken tower.
Yeah. But I was like, this pond is so little, why do you need a bridge? Why did they need a bridge?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, and for some reason they got like the glass house here. This is also something you'll see comparing the two.
Tiny
in the
trees.
old, yeah, in the old world, the planning of the actual builds, like the layout of it, sometimes it's the same, but sometimes it's completely different, and you don't know. For good
reason.
Yeah, for example, why do they have the greenhouse there when they have the kitchens on the other side of the castle?
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, and this is the main hall. Not that, but this one. So we'll see the...
Everyone watching this, like, I've never heard Kobe have so much passion.
Yeah, it's so crazy. well, I'm being crazy, but by the time when this was built, it was impressive. But compared to...
I think it's just the scale, even with the old world, when things are slightly lacking, it's the scale of the projects.
Mm. So now back in the new...
So, look, the greenhouses are with it. It's okay.
Yeah, the greenhouses are with well, not exactly next to the kitchens, but it's like at the same part of the castle. And I do like these. These are quite nice. Nice vegetation, nice roof.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of when we were in Q, and it's like so nice and cozy in there. Even if it's a cold day, it's always warm in a greenhouse.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, also I really like this the new hall as well. It's very grand, unlike the one in the show, which is like one like tiny room. Yeah. But then
we're not going to get into like how lakes disappear and ponds disappear.
Yeah. You think the old world is bad? Look at season 8. What they did to yeah, but yeah, I do like this hall. I do like this new hall. It's very big, and they got like the nice.
Yeah, even like now with the custom banners, sometimes you do see on slightly older builds, they won't redo a build. They'll just kind of modify it and put some of the newer blocks in. And for some, that's fine. Like that's what they did with Storm's End. They didn't. Well, they did. They have redone Storm's End, but they just went along and re-added like the new banners. And sometimes some simple things like that can be enough to judge.
Yeah.
A build.
Yeah, so here we are in the Maester's Tower. We can see some we can see some nice interiors, like filled in, like how it would be.
Oh no, I'm so scared about what's going to happen.
But yeah, be careful. What's the expression?
Hold your horses.
Hold your horses, because
is this the library tower?
That's what I thought, but it's the Maester's Tower.
He doesn't like his windows a lot.
No, I guess not.
Fly free, my crows, wherever you want. I've broken all the windows.
Yeah, he's got a lot of free space.
This is my idea of interior design.
Yeah, minimalist. And I don't know, was it never finished, or are the walls meant to be?
I think the builder just looked around and was like, you know what, I'm done, like emotionally. But my favourite thing, I don't know if you show it because Kobe does a recording separately to me because I don't have the patience. You'll see melons on old world build, and you're like, oh honey, it's too late for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just as a reference, this video is like 2 hours long, but I had to record this for like the original footage is like 3 hours. 3 hours of me recording. Then let alone that I've spent the whole day today editing it together. But yeah, that was the old. Was it the Fallen Tower, Broken Tower?
Emotionally broken Kobe.
Yeah, and this is the new one. You can see this one stands out a little more.
Yeah, this here is actually the original keep.
Yeah, the old ruined keep of Winterfell, the OG keep, where the crypts are under, which we will have a look.
And which also makes sense for them to be under the original keep rather than away from it. Or they could have been with the weirwood. And
this apparently... That little corner is the original keep in the old world. I was like...
They were really poor.
Yeah, this is the keep? What?
They just lived in the crypt.
Yeah, so... also the crypts, they didn't really plan ahead. Oh, we got a king here. Got Bran the Builder over there.
I almost feel like he deserves a bigger tomb.
Yeah, he got a nice statue. So,
but like bigger.
Some more kings next to Bran the Builder.
What is it going to be like?
It's Bob the Builder. Bob the Builder next to
my
Bran
favorite
the Builder.
lord, and
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yeah. So
I have to stop. I keep
fist bumping.
Fist.
Yeah, yourself.
Fist clapping myself. That sounds weird. I have one hand flat, one hand fist, and I'm
here at the at the end. We have the famous statues of like Lyanna, is it Rickard and what was
Ricardo?
Yeah, it was like Ned's sister, brother, and dad. But yeah, they didn't have any like space left for future starts.
No, that's it. We literally don't care about the rest of you.
Yeah, unless over here we are now in the newer version. The Starks planned ahead. They got multiple levels of crypts. These are the older ones, and at the end, they've also got some space left just in case the house doesn't die, because like they plan ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah, Lucia hit the microphone, so if you heard the noise, that's her fault. But yeah, we got some open crypts here, and this is the same 3 people in the new version.
Another
together.
Wonderful custom block.
Yeah, just especially made for this place.
Yeah, because it can't be reused anywhere.
Yeah.
But I think one of my favorite northern custom blocks is the carved wood, because that can be used in different places as well.
And yeah, you asked for White Harbor. You're finally getting White Harbor.
Yeah, guys, White Harbor's finished. This is the new White Harbor. Oh, yay, White Harbor.
Yeah.
The boats are good.
Still
a million times better than anything I could have possibly even done. So this was actually done... I couldn't find a date.
Frozen bananas.
But for most things, for the old world, it was around 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
But what happened is we migrated over forums, so then we lost some of the posts for some of these old places. And thankfully, some builders in their application for builds did say the original build of this castle was done X, Y, and Z. But for some of them, it's just
not
idea.
There. So yeah. But yeah, so this is, I imagine 2012, it kind of looks like that. Early in the process, seeing from like the...
Open player.
Yeah, and the decorations. But this is a majestic statue.
It's a wild Kobe.
When I recorded this, I couldn't stop from laughing.
I did pre-warn you about this.
Yeah, I know, but it just came out of nowhere. I didn't know where it was. So this is actually the statue... signifying
Merman.
The merman, of the sigil of House Manderley.
Yes.
Which are the lords. This is the Harbour Master.
I can't wait for new White Harbour.
Yeah. Which we will see in a few seconds.
A sneak peek.
Not the.
See, look, like walls.
Yeah. Here is the new White Harbour, which is.
I was gonna say original. What?
Which is the town is pretty much finished. The surrounding lands are still working, but
and the wolf's den as well is almost finished, but not yet.
Oh yeah. But yeah, you get this little sneak peek. We will do a full series.
And they're all made of wool.
Yeah, we'll do a full series on this in the future. But this is basically one of the newer builds on the server, 2019 as well. It's I think it started 2018, but like maybe even 17. But like it's still in progress. So this is newer of the new. This is where the banana stand was in the old world. We replaced it with fish, and this is the same gate.
And fish are bananas of the sea.
Yeah.
You peel back their scales, much like a banana.
Yeah, and this is the same square with that statue. Here we have the most noblest of fishermen, the guild.
The guild of the fish.
But I will let Lucia talk in this place, because I know she has some comments on this statue as well.
Okay, I know it's me being really nitpicky, but it really annoyed me. The clothing does not touch the statue. It is magic, and neither does the ropes. And
so
everyone told me it's fine. Like, it's not fine. My heart is broken. I'm gonna go crazy. This is the stuff that keeps me up at night. I'm just thinking about rope.
So I'm guessing that this is the this new version of the Harbour Master. But I think it's either not furnished yet or it's abandoned. but I might be wrong, and this might not be even the Harbor Master, but I think this is the Harbor Master.
It's haunted.
You want to say some stuff about White Harbor?
So White Harbor, I don't want to go too much in detail of because yes, very soon we'll have a series on it. I'm not going to give a date because it's not finished yet. But White Harbor is the largest harbour city in the north, located just south of Winterfell in the Neck, the primary trade port of the north due to its size. Oh, look at the old one.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful in its own way. But
Yeah,
I actually kind of like the Sept. Like, it's not amazing, but it's really quite good. Like, I don't know what's going on with the statues,
Yeah,
but...
they had some new gods. This is what was it? Gumby? Gerby?
Oh, it's
Gumby?
asparagus?
No, it's like Gumby. That was one of the 7, and as well as the Antichrist. They worshipped that.
Oh my god, they worship you?
What?
So, back to White Harbor. It's a mix of the old gods and also the faith of the 7 due to its location. So it's kind of more in contact with the south compared to other northern houses, and also due to the fact that it's the main port for trade. So you get a funky little mix of stuff going on, and this is seen in the Wolf's Den, which
we will look at later. But yeah, the Sept actually has a name. It's the Snowy Sept. So this is the New World version. Not as
see,
grand,
I don't know.
But
Visually I like it. It's got a lot of nice points, but I almost feel like, is it finished? It's almost too plain. But then they'll probably argue that it's meant to be more stark, because you'll see with all the houses, they're all made out of that special white stone. They even made special white stone for White Harbor, but I was almost expecting, you go in lots of Septs, big ones in big cities, and they've got gold and they've got all this stuff, and I walked in and I'm like,
Look at this one. This is the Octopus Garden.
Oh, there are some nice brothels going on. Like there is one brothel in particular in White Harbor that is just funky. But my favourite one, can't wait for it, in High Garden.
Oh yeah, late. Yeah, but maybe I should also mention before people are gonna say it in the comments. You said like in the neck. Is it? It's more like near the neck, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like just a little bit to the east of the neck.
Because I know some people are gonna be like, in the neck. This isn't in the neck.
Well, I almost said.
It's like
I almost said Age of the Gods and the Heroes, and you were like,
yeah.
Don't say
Age of Heroes. No.
So this is the Wolf's Den, which is an old ancient fortress. And now it just looks scary, but again, it's hard because I want to say all these things about the build, but I don't want to ruin it for when it comes to us doing it soon. Yeah, we can talk about the old build because it looks like a medieval Gothic church. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't think. These are some special barracks. Lots of men here. But in the old one, they don't actually have the wolves den inside the city, even though it's canon. But maybe it wasn't canon back then. So you won't see the wolves den inside the city in the old one. I think it was outside the city somewhere. I didn't take a look at it. But yeah, in the old version, this one, we got the keep here. And that big main building is just the throne room. What? Yeah. We'll have a look here. They're so bougie. Well, I mean, that is making an impression. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm like, that looks kind of like a lizard. What is that? It's meant to be. Their sigil is the merman. Yeah. With a trident. But I'm like, is that an octopus? Is that a what? In the Octopus Garden. So, did you have any more information about... No, I'm trying to keep all my facts hidden away. For the White Harbor series. But here you get a little sneak peek of the castle itself. And in a minute, yeah. But I also really love their custom banner they have for it with the blues and the greens. Because it has the Manderley sigil on it as well. I just like saying merman. Merman! Oh, that was my tummy. But I don't think they can hear it. My tummy. But now you've announced your tummy. Yeah. So yeah, we take a look at the little inside decoration bits. And we'll also go to the throne room over here. Speed run. Yeah, to compare it to the old one. It's still big, but this one is really nice. Yeah, I love the colours on the walls, and also up above there are loads of nets. Kind of like going back to that sea aspect of it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I really love they've used the copper, the oxidized copper on the walls, and a mix of stone with that as well. It's really unique.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
It's beautiful.
But that was it for White Harbor. More in the future.
It's nice, White Harbor.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Now we're in Moat Cailin. This one is in the neck, right next to White Harbor.
I don't know, the more research I was doing on Moat Cailin, I felt kind of almost bad for Moat Cailin. I don't know, I feel like it doesn't get enough attention.
Yeah.
When you think about how important I found out it really was. Because it's something that most people, to be honest, even though if they read the books or they watch the shows, most people know the information from the shows, and it doesn't get really shown. I think it does get shown,
yeah,
but it's not like...
It's not like that...
What is that staircase? I'm sorry, I got distracted.
So this is... there are 3 towers left in Moat Cailin. That was like the Leaning Tower. I don't know if that's the actual word, but they each have like a name to it. That Leaning Tower was a special one, because it's leaning. But yeah, here we are in Old World. I think it was built 2012 as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so, here a sign from back when we had the gate things to leave the gate open. The gate outside here, you'll see it in a moment. Because otherwise, if no builds were gonna TP, then they'd get stuck in between these gates. So
good.
Yeah.
Use the murder holes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, so did you have more information?
That's the one thing we don't use as much now. We don't use vines as much in the New World as we did in the Old World. And it really, on certain builds, it just adds a certain spookiness to it. It kind of reminds me of vanilla Minecraft, you know, when you go to the jungle and the pre-done thing. Okay, I'm getting off topic. But Moat Cailin was built by the First Men, and it's possibly one of the oldest continuously used structures in Westeros. Even though it kind of is in disrepair, it is still being used due to its importance. And
also, this is the road going through the neck, so through the swamp. So why did they make it out of stone? It's canon that it's
the
wood.
Magic.
It's canon that it's wood, as you will see in a moment. Here, yeah, this is the new version.
But I think one thing, I don't know, I wasn't a builder back when these things were being built, but you see loads of version 1 things being built within a year, 2 years. So I think they almost didn't have time to go into the finer details, whereas now an application to do a build easily takes a year, 2 years, tweaking and modifying and referencing books.
Well, it depends on who you can.
If
have
it's us, it takes 8 years because we just give up.
But it's a lot of back and forward. You have to change a lot of things, make a whole application, which is a lot more things to do. But this one actually, as you I guess you were kind of saying, this one is actually quite old as well, but I think this one actually quite aged well for when it was built, because it was only
2013, so it was only rebuilt. So these 2 builds are 1 year apart.
And you can already see the difference. But this one, it was December 2013, so it was
the very end.
Yeah, but you can see already how much we've improved when we got the custom blocks, how much of a difference it makes, because it was led by SMP, both of them. So the same project leader built both of them as well. You can see kind of the development over a year or maybe a little more than a year, how the same location was built with the same person leading it, but just the tools we got more tools, more blocks that we could use, how that makes a difference.
I would not want to eat food from down there.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I like the mossy wood that can only be used in places like this, that it just has that nice effect and a nice extra layer. But going back to the reason why Moat Cailin is such an important build, is that it does hold control over this neck and the road, and with it being such a swamp, you simply can't go through it with horses and with an army. So it means that it kind of holds that power, similar to Misty Wood.
Oh yeah.
How it holds Mistwood. Why do I keep calling it Misty Wood?
It sounds cuter.
Cute. How it holds control in the Rainwood because of that road, and that's something that you kind of see in real life as well, be mimicked, that if you can hold control over a passageway that... Like
this one through the neck.
That, you just people have to be nice to you.
But I don't think there's actually a house that owns Moat Cailin.
Yeah,
it's just like
I don't
the
think
Northern
anymore.
Channel. But here as well, people asked for it as well. This is the twins. There's no new version of the twins, but this is the old one. I think this was. This
I
was
didn't know
kind.
we didn't do the twins.
Yeah, it was a surprise that she.
Didn't have any time to do any research.
Yeah,
The
but
twins, Walder Frey,
we're only having a little
sister
peek.
wives.
It's only like less than maybe a minute of that we.
Oh, it's
see
so
it,
amazing! If you go across the river here, the surrounding land hasn't even been finished.
Yeah, but I don't show that.
I mean, no, it hasn't. It's all been finished.
Yeah. So this was when I think as well when the world's transition. So sometime in 2013, this was built. Little Easter egg there. So we've come to the Crossroads Inn, and as well this one was being built as the world transferred. So this was also during 2013 that this area was built. So yeah, you can see above the project wasn't finished when the new world came to be. So you kind of see an old world project in progress.
Yeah, it was done in 2015.
The new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new one. This one is the old one.
Ah,
so,
okay.
Yeah. So this is the.
What kind of a crop is that? That's how mirrors are born, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that it was in progress. But here you see the crossroads, where the Crossroads Inn is named after. But yeah, so in 2013, when they moved to the new world, they just like left this version.
Well, I mean, what's the point in finishing it, really? Most people don't really tend to go to the old world. Occasionally, I like to. I like to just pop in if I need a chuckle.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can see some pointers over here, some melons that like what needed to be done and things like that. But
Go back and fix the old world.
Yeah, but luckily we've got a new version of the inn. But before we have a look at the new version, we will have a look at some interiors of this time. So you can kind of see it's not as bad as
I've
White
seen
Harbor.
worse.
Yeah, and that's also.
Is that blood?
No, it's sour leaf because the
no,
woman
but is that meant to be blood?
No, it's meant to.
Oh, okay,
I
sorry.
think it's meant to be spit, like
Ugh.
red spit, because the woman who owns the inn loves to eat like chew on sour leaf and then she spits.
Is that like
blood,
people who like do
blood.
chewing tobacco?
I guess so, yeah. But it makes her spit red. So yeah.
Fun. That's great.
So I think also the redstone candles used to be torches before we actually had the torch block. So yeah, you can kind of see this is when it transitions. It's kind of a little better than one of the 2012 builds, but it's still quite old. This is the bell tower, which also plays a part in the book when they're visiting the inn.
So here we are at the new one. Even things like the trees have changed so much.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what they say, you gotta respect the past and stuff. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we can see the layout kind of the same as we come down from the King's Road from like the north. We also have a little village here first, like we had in the old world, and then a little further is gonna be the inn. But yeah, this is kind of a village in the area.
But I do love the development that we did with the jasmine block that you saw on the side where it was the vines, but they toned down the colour and added the little white flowers. And especially when you do a project in somewhere like the Reach, and you have, bushes maybe with berries, and you have roses, it can be a really nice touch that you add to a build to kind of soften it and give it that cutesy factor. But yes, here we are at the actual inn itself. Mm-hmm. Built in 2015, so I think it's aged quite well.
Yeah, I thought it was newer, but I guess like it was 2015. Yeah. Yeah, it looks quite nice. We got like the other roads here to the different corners of Westeros. The river road over there, the south to King's Landing. You want to say some more stuff about the inn?
Okay, I was pointing out about the directions. So to the north you have Moat Cailin, to the east you have Lord Harroway's town, to the south you have Darry. I'm like, is it Derry?
Darry,
yeah.
Darry.
And then to the west you have the Vale, so it kind of, as the name indicates, it is a crossroad. But the name didn't actually used to be that. It's gone through various different names.
Oh no, Lucia, I wanted to talk about that when we actually do the episode. So you can give a little sneak peek, I guess.
I'll give one my favourite name, the Clanking Dragon, and you'll have to stay tuned to the episode on this to find out why it had that name.
Yeah, and which other names they had, because it had lots of names I remember from the books.
Won't use the rest of my facts then.
And you can have a look here as well on. They're actually planting sour leaf.
I mean, I guess if she's going to be eating it, they just might as well grow their own. Unfortunately, I cannot grow a salami tree for Kobe.
Oh yeah, I would eat all of the salamis. Yeah, but you can keep that information you got.
I know that's the one hard thing about this episode is that, and shout out to Lemon Bear who actually suggested this as an idea as well, because I was thinking we have to do something cool, so I asked on the forum about it.
Yeah, so sorry for interrupting.
Yes, sorry for interrupting you.
No,
that's my special talent on my CV is just interrupting people. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to be annoying.
No, it's okay. Yeah, people say you interrupt, but it's okay.
I can't help
Like I talk a lot.
I'm patting his leg, like I want to say something, and he's just like salami.
I talk a lot, so it's okay if she interrupts when she wants to say something. Just for the angry people in the comments. But
it's fine. Even my haters, I love you.
Yeah. So, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say, there were two main ideas that we took inspiration from for this episode. One was from Lemon Bear, saying that comparing the old and the new builds. That was her idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then another one was, go from the north to down the King's Road.
But like just the walking episode, and that would have been really long. I mean, actually, it probably only would have been like an hour longer than this.
Yeah. Yeah, so we kind of combined those two and did throughout Westeros in different stages of construction. But yeah, we are going down the high road to the Vale now.
Yeah, that's the tough thing about this, is that I really loved it as an idea, and we had to do something very special for episode 100, but then it's hard when you're going to do a video on a build, so I don't want to say all my facts, because then when it comes to the actual episode, it will just be, Lucia, you're just repeating yourself. I'll be like, I got nothing left. Because we tried to do book 1, series 1, so,
No spoilers, like past that, but... Yeah.
Unfortunately, if, this build has tons of information from book 2, book 3, I can't use it, which is sometimes annoying. But I hope you guys understand. That's the way we set our world, which is why when you go to King's Landing, some things are different to how they were in season 8.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're actually following the high road. This is the road that Tyrion and Cailin took when they were visiting the Eyrie.
Always take the high road, guys.
Yeah. So that was the new high road. This is actually the old high road, and we're coming up to the bloody gate. Damn bloody gate being shut.
Got a potty mouth on you.
Yeah, so this is the old bloody gate. Did you have information on... Oh no, I don't think I told you about the bloody gate. Did I?
It's so funny because some people in England, they use bloody as a swear word, and it's so funny hearing Kobe say it. Because
I'm a good boy, I don't swear.
No, you just internalize the anger.
Yeah, this is the old version. I'm guessing early 2013, maybe 2012. I think 2013.
This one's 2012, yeah.
Oh,
version 1.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Looks like a face.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, as the video goes on, it's 2 hours, and we're trying to do this one take, so you'll slowly see the quality of our enthusiasm drop. And then something interesting will happen, and I'll be like, ha ha!
Yeah, so this is the same walk in the new world. You can see the terrain is drastically different. I love the terrain we are able to build.
Wow, you just use the L word with terrain. You guys haven't been going for that long.
So here as well, I like the bloody gate more in this one, because it's kind of more integrated into the terrain as well, like how they have these upper bits sticking out. Like
here on WesteroScraft Walks, we're very technical. The upper bits.
Yeah.
Walkways?
Yeah, the walkways to so when someone's at the gate, they can have them surrounded with like archers on all sides. I like this version more because in the old one it was just like it kind of looked out of place, but this one is like integrated into the mountain. But yeah, this road on the other side, when you get through this bloody gate,
Tell your mother on you.
then you get into the Vale of Eyrie, which is where we are going next. This is the old one.
I mean, it's still quite an impressive castle when you think about it.
So this is actually, here you can see the gates of the, is it the Gates of the Moon? Is that the name? And then up above you see the actual Eyrie. But yeah, we are gonna have a look at the Gates of the Moon first, because it's kind of the way that you have to get to the Eyrie.
Imagine doing this on foot. Ugh.
They did it in the books, the first book.
Imagine that. Oh, I forgot my bag down there.
A little overseer desk here.
Yeah, it's strange. In the old world, there's loads of like big caves, and we don't have that in the new one.
No, yeah. When was this built? Did you have
2012.
Oh, this one was 2012 as well. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, and this as well. They just got a little throne here. Yeah, we will now check out the new version, which was when was that built?
2015.
2015. Thanks, Suchia, for doing all the research.
Yeah, I actually do research and I give it to Kobe, and then everyone thinks I'm like so stupid. But it's
no,
like
you're doing the research.
I know how to read, I make Kobe smart and I make me funny.
Yeah, I do the recording and Lucia does the research.
And I'm just here with a fart noise machine.
Yeah, so here in
I want one of those.
In the new world, when you walk through the Vale of Eyrie, you don't see the Gates of the Moon. You have a nice view of the Eyrie on top of the mountain, but the Gates of the Moon are actually behind it. And it's kind of longer. It's a longer route. I kind of like it like this. Because yeah, here is the Gates of the Moon, the new
Kobe
version.
B.
The Kobe B.
You like Carly B?
Oh yeah, lucky like that.
Oh my god, he is so bad at singing that song.
If I sing it better, we get copyrighted.
Okay, then what about in real life?
I never sing.
You do that.
Yeah. So what is the Gate of the Moon, Lucia? Do you know? It's kind of the gateway that you have to, the castle you have to get through if you want access to the pathway you want to get to the Eyrie. After which you will have to pass 3 more castles to get to. The thing
that I like about it is it's almost like if you really want to see me, if you're dedicated, there's like trials. Like, can you mentally make it all the way up?
Yes.
If you can, then you can speak to me.
Yeah, this is the old version. From the Gates of the Moon to the first Way Castle, which is stone.
I think they're all made out of stone.
But yeah, here we see the same journey in the New World, which is a little further to walk. But yeah, to get to the Eyrie, you start at the Bloody Gate. Not the Bloody Gate, the Gates of the Moon. I guess we can start at the Bloody Gate, but yeah. Gates of the Moon, that's where your trial starts, as Lucia calls it. And then you have to climb the mountain, and along the way there are 3-way castles.
Do you think he'll want mine that?
What?
Bow, 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 bow.
Wait, what?
The mountain.
The mountain.
Get it?
Yeah, the mountain.
I'm just being dirty.
So this is stone in the New World. So this is the first castle.
This alone could be like its own keep.
Yeah, exactly.
A baby keep.
So this is again stone in the Old World, and we'll make the journey from stone to the next way castle in the Old World first, which is Snow. Snow is the name.
It's where John lives.
Yeah, not really. Yeah.
Not really.
I feel like we have to disclose that.
Yeah, people will comment and be like, "Oh my god, you idiot!" No, it's not. Oh my god, I was joking. Calm down. Calm. Way there.
Yes.
Way castle there.
Yeah. Oh, we can see snow over there. That's well, I mean, snow as in the castle. So yeah, the Old World you go through the little bits.
I already feel like this would not pass a health and safety test.
Yeah.
Like, I would die. I have no center of gravity. I have no balance. I would just turn to look at like a bird and I would just slip right off.
Yeah.
Everyone's commenting like, yeah, I hope that happens.
Wow. So yeah,
and it's just Kobe.
we do the same journey in the New World here from stone to snow. So you can see it's still quite dangerous, but it's
Ugh, that's
more
so
than
gross.
it's more what the walk.
Like, imagine having to get your furniture up there.
Oh, I guess.
Like how? Because then they're not going to make the furniture.
Maybe they will. So this is snow in the New World, by the way, Waste Castle.
Well, I mean, I imagine they'd make some things, but they have to get the raw materials up there.
Yeah,
Poor donkey. Rest in peace to all the dead donkeys along the way.
I guess so. Yeah. So now from snow to sky? Sky, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, first in the Old World. As you can see in the Old World, you got like one...
See, imagine trying to move a donkey around that.
Yeah, they will fall off. It's so narrow.
Only the strongest donkeys may live.
Yeah, it's
That's
still,
natural selection.
Yeah, as you will see in a moment, it's still very narrow in the New World as well, but not as narrow as this.
Because we hate donkeys.
I guess it is canon, but it's like a dangerous path. But yeah, you have the hanging bridge there as well.
Get unicorns.
Unicorn.
Okay, want to disclose to you guys, I know unicorns aren't real.
So yeah, this is Sky, but that little waterfall we saw, I believe that one is to represent Alyssa Steers, which we will get into it more later on, but in
On
this
the new
old
castle, because
version,
it looks a lot better.
Yeah, in the old version, it's not canon. It's like wrong because in the old world it's an actual waterfall that reaches the bottom, which is not meant to be.
We'll get to it later. That's okay. Calm down. Calm down. He's getting so pink.
Here in the new world, so here we have the hanging bridge as well, and then we also have Alyssa Steers over there. So you can kind of explain that if you want.
So the story behind it is that it's a woman called Alyssa, and she witnessed her whole family be butchered, and she didn't shed a single tear, which is why it starts as a waterfall, but then no water actually reaches the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and they've got
over here. Yeah.
A really cool custom block for it, where you see it used a couple times on waterfalls, where there are different gradients of water, but it's not actually using the water block, so you have greater control over direction, and you can do things like this.
Yeah, and it evaporates into the air before it even reaches the bottom.
Because she had no tears left to cry.
Yeah.
She used the modern day Ariana Grande. The modern day. Mm-hmm. 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 That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, so you can see in a moment as well that I do like this little touch. Like you can kind of see it dissipate. But here you also see that the rocks are getting a little mossy because of all the moisture. But yeah, over here the final stretch to Sky, the Lost Way Castle over here.
That's probably why they have to have all the way castles for like the Arryn family when they're travelling up, or someone else travelling up to see them. They couldn't make that journey all in one go.
Yeah. They all get like.
But just imagine that, like that'd be so amazing if you want to kill up a bunch of, lords who oppose you or ladies who oppose you. Get them to come visit you at the Eyrie, and then put grease down.
Yeah. So now we'll actually go inside the Eyrie, the old version first.
The Eyrie is actually located on top of the tallest mountain in all of Westeros, which is called the Giant's Lance. But the funny thing is that you'll see there are actually some mountains in the old world that are taller. But, terrain tools are a lot better now than they were in the old world. So, it's still a pretty tall mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see it as well, like, it's quite chunky, the terrain, but, like, right, the new world has better terrain tools. But yeah, over here we got a nice courtyard, which is a little
basic.
Yeah. It looks nicer in the new world, which we will have a look at now. To be honest,
everything does.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. So yeah, here in the new world, we actually will take a look at the courtyard later, but here is a winch system if you wanna, it's like a kind of an elevator.
Yeah, because there's like no way in hell I'm gonna walk up all that and then keep walking if there's a lift available.
Yeah. But yeah, here is the
baby courtyard.
Yeah, this is baby.
This is the grand courtyard.
We will see we have a look in the interiors first.
Patience, young one.
Yeah. We'll have a look in the interiors first. I think at the end, over there. But at the end, we have a little area where they eat.
Yeah, it's not quite like a massive dining room.
Because they got limited space.
Yeah.
But yeah, here is the courtyard, main courtyard, where in the first book, Bronn had that fight for Tyrion. And as you will see, this is like the statue that was mentioned there, knocked over.
But one thing I do really love in the new Eyrie is the sept, which you can see is that little thing here on its own just jutting out. Great views.
Yeah. What about old
And also,
Eyrie?
what is this jungle in here?
Yeah, this is the moon door. Oh, I fall out the moon door.
Because unlike the show portrays, the moon door is actually a door.
Yeah, like this. They even set signs on there in the old
And
world.
a lovely custom block for it. I like it. It kind of has the castle on there as well, and then the moon on top.
Yeah. I do agree with the people saying, "Oh yeah, but in the show it looks so cool."
It does look cool, but to be honest, like,
not
how many
structure.
people would die
Yeah.
by accident just falling in that? Meanwhile, this,
And also the show Eyrie would just like, it's not structurally sound. It would just collapse. It doesn't. Physics don't work like that. You can't have a floating castle like that.
It's okay.
I know it's connected to the mountains, but like, you can't have that. It's not.
It does look really cool, but unfortunately, I mean, we don't want to get too much into the show, but just look at Winterfell. Like,
that doesn't make sense.
who wants to get a free castle? Just go raid there. There's no defense. What about the machicolations, eh?
Yeah, machicolations.
And the crenellations.
Crenellations, and they don't have moats. But yeah, we had a little look at the old sky cells as well, but this is the new world.
I'm gonna have to sit on my hands so I stop like punching my hands.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know how this is coming out sound wise, and everyone's gonna comment like not good.
So this is the same hall, and we have actually the weirwood throne here as well, or the weirwood seat. Oh yeah, that's the
There's
story,
the moon door.
isn't it? Yeah, like this is the new area, but they tried to grow a weirwood on the Eyrie, but it was too high. So then they just turned the weirwood into a throne, and the moon door is also made out of weirwood wood.
How funny would it be if it had a little face when they opened the door? They're like, "Don't do it, man! Don't kill him!"
But yeah, here you see the people who have either fallen through the moon door.
And that's another reason why you don't lean on doors. You don't know what's on the other end.
Yeah, or over here they could have jumped as well from the sky cells, which are the same side over here.
Well, I mean, at least that way, I think that's probably why they did it. Is like it's you know what they're gonna do. Just they can't really escape. They're just gonna have to jump out.
Yeah,
So then you don't have to worry about feeding them because they'll just kill themselves.
I guess so. Yeah. Oops, fell out again. But yeah, you can see the sky cells there. They're so narrow, like as in like.
Well, if you're naughty, why should we give you all the space?
I guess so. Yeah. Oh, we're back at the inn. That was it for the Vale. So yeah, we're back at the Crossroads. We're coming from the high road. Over there is the King's Road going north to south. But here is the River Road, I believe it is. So we were going into the Riverlands.
River Road, take me home.
What is this? People asking for River Run?
Dun, 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 dun. 'Cause that's how old it is. It's Jurassic.
Yeah, well, this is this is actually in the New World, but it's old. Like it is one of the earlier builds from the New World.
Don't they build this? And if you go back to the older videos on WesteroScraft,
Yeah, they have a
there's like
time-lapse.
what is it, like Westeros? Some other type of thing where they do like a podcast, but like in game, and it's when they're building it.
Yeah. That was like 5-6 years ago, maybe even longer, maybe something like that. So this is also, I think, one of the earlier. I
didn't know we were coming here.
No, yeah, it was just. It
See,
doesn't
he
have
keeps
a
trying to
new.
ruin me.
It doesn't have a new version, so it was just to like make people happy who wanted to
Then
see
why are we
it.
going to Highgarden then?
Because it's not finished yet, and there's
Well, we
no
went
old
to
version.
we went. There's no new version of the.
River and yeah, I guess. But this is Lannisport.
But don't worry, guys. I promised you when Highgarden is finished, because I keep seeing the comments. We are doing a multi-part series, 100 episodes, just 100 episodes.
No.
I've been waiting since the first day I joined. I've been waiting for it
Yeah, but this is Lannisport.
quite impatiently.
This is old Lannisport. So when was this built? Do you have information on
I'm
there?
not giving you any more.
Any more information?
Old Lannisport. That was done in 2012. So there's as I was saying before, there's quite a lot of these builds were done back in 2012, 2013. And just touching on what we were talking about before in regards to book lore, yeah, it's kind of tricky. You see now in builds, if you miss out lore or you don't interpret it properly with canon, you'll get like people builders, nun builds, mods, like everyone will pull you up on it. Whereas in the old world, I feel like it wasn't as important.
No, it wasn't.
Because like the main thing was just getting stuff built and getting stuff out there, which is why you do see such a vast difference between the old world and then here the new world. I love New Lannisport as well. I keep saying I love everything, but
yeah,
like another great use of these custom blocks with that yellow kind of I can't remember what the exact name of it is, but it's like that brick. But it's
plaster.
kind of like plaster, yeah.
Lannisport plaster, yeah.
They have some nice Lannisport plasters, which are just...
even though this is new Lannisport, it's still like 4 years old, I'm pretty sure.
2015, so...
But I thought it was 14.
2015.
Oh, I think it must have been finished.
Some of them, it's like they take like a year to build with big places like this.
Yeah, I think it was started 2014, but like finished in January, maybe.
I don't know. All I know is it finished in the year 2015.
Yeah, because right after they finished Lannisport, I believe they started on King's Landing. And King's Landing, we'll come back to that. That took like 3 years. But yeah, you can kind of see the similarities here. You also have like the mine, kind of like where we looked at in the old world. You can also see the terrain. We got like custom terrains for every different region. Kind of the stone is different. Makes it stand out, kind of unique as well.
Yeah, it'll be like the same blocks, but they'll be a different color.
Shade, yeah.
Sorry, I got a hiccup.
Yeah, Lucia has cute hiccups.
No, they're annoying. They make me sound like a child.
Comment below. What do you think of Lucia?
Comment below. Smash like for hiccups.
So yeah, here we have the Septon Lannisport, which is also like
structurally not that sound.
Yeah,
these
in
huge
the old
arches.
version. Yeah.
And like, how is it going to support that thing? But I mean, I think the main thing to think about is don't take these, take these all with a grain of salt. I mean, don't think about structural integrity or canon or.
Yeah, the ships also looked a little.
We're being spoiled with the new world.
Yeah.
Oop! Don't hit the tower.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you can see like the ships as well. How you'll see it in the next clip as well when we're at the new port. But like the ships change style as well. There's Casterly Rock.
That's the biggest thing for me is like how different Casterly Rock is in Old World and New World.
I think it's a terrain block as well, because the Old World they didn't have that like yellowish sandstone.
But also on the Old World they don't really, they a little bit, but not really in the rock at all. Like the mines in Casterly Rock are laughable. Like they are absolutely rubbish.
Yeah.
I think there's more mines in an abandoned town in Will than there are in Casterly Rock and the Old World. I couldn't believe it. I was annoyed.
But yeah, here you have the new version of that Sept in Lannisport.
It looks like a clown, doesn't it?
I guess
it looks like Carrot Top.
Yeah, but I think this one was actually modeled after the Sept of Baelor in the show. Like how it has that in that.
But I love all the floor sculptures. But this actually is something quite interesting and something I didn't actually know before I was researching for this episode. Is that Lannisport is actually ruled by a branch of the Lannister family who live in the city here rather than living with the main branch of the family in Casterly Rock. So even though the Lannisters, the main family, do live at Casterly Rock, they don't really control the city as much. This branch of the family do. The Lannisport Lannisters. So I think it's because Lannisport in itself is such a big town.
And you can see Casterly Rock over there in the distance.
But I mean, it's that thing with the Eyrie where there's so many steps. I don't think I'd want to live up there. I always loved that little. I didn't know what it was. I thought maybe it was a manor, maybe it was for like a town summer house, and then I found out that it was for the specific ruling house. But I mean, I imagine they can go to Casterly Rock if they want.
So yeah, here in old Lannisport, we actually have an amphitheater as well, which I thought was quite nice. It's not in the new version, but it's quite a nice idea. But yeah, in here as well, the entrance to Casterly Rock in the old version is actually inside of Lannisport. It's not inside of Lannisport in the new one, as you'll see in a moment as well.
Yeah.
But first, we will have a look at Old Casterly Rock.
No, I do love these big lanterns. You don't see I'd say as much. You don't see at all in the New World, because traditionally you don't see these big cabins in the New World either. But they're just something different, and they're quite fun as well. But that's the thing that really hit me comparing Casterly Rock, ignoring Lannisport, is how monochromatic this is. But whereas now you have all these rich gold colours, and when you go in, you'll see when you go in, it's just so different. Meanwhile here, it's mainly focused on the top of the hill. Hill.
Yeah, well,
Rock. Meanwhile, in the other one, it's like a mix of both.
Yeah. You had more information on Lannisport?
So Lannisport is actually the third largest city after King's Landing and Old Town, with the richest citizens living in ornate palaces and manses, whilst the poorest live in the Old District, which when we first started in the Old World, you could see on the right hand side being that old dark wood, and it's the same in the New
World, yeah.
The New World. It's got that wooden kind of flea bottom-esque feel to it.
Yeah, we're just having a look inside of the old Lannister, I think, dining hall over here. And then we'll have a look at the new Casterly Rock.
In case any of you didn't know, Casterly Rock is famed, and thus is Lannisport, for its gold and gold working as well.
Yeah, so as I mentioned,
rich people.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, so in the new world, the entrance to Casterly Rock is not inside of Lannisport. It's actually outside as a separate entrance, and that kind of supports that thing that Lucia was saying, that the rock is governed by the wardens of the Westerlands, the actual Lannisters, and it's kind of that divide that the city is governed by a separate branch of Lannisters. So you see the tourney ground over there as well, as you go outside the city and to the entrance to the actual rock.
Yeah, I think that even though Lannisport in the New World is a slightly older build, I don't feel there's any need to redo it. Maybe adding some updates to it, but overall I still really like the castle. I like the concept. I don't really have any major faults with it. Even though it's inside of a rock, it's still really bright without having to use such big lanterns that you saw in the Old World. And just like the use of colour in these little, I don't know what you call them, like towers that pop up throughout it, they kind of show you how they're utilising the rock for all of its space.
And you see the castle on top here as well.
But the thing for me, when I was a no-build and I would come here, I never really went to the castle at the top. I only ever really stayed inside the rock, because that alone was
It's where the main area is.
Yeah.
Because it's like all throughout the rock, there's like rooms and stuff, and then there's just at the top. But now we've come to...
how many eyes did that squid have?
to Lordsport, that's where we are. Lordsport, and then we are gonna make our way through Pyke on the Iron Islands.
Kobe is obsessed with the Iron Islands. He's like, why don't we redo the Iron Islands? I love the Iron Islands.
I'm more for redoing Harrenhal. That's like my main interest.
Yeah, but come on, it's almost like sacred. You can't touch Harrenhal. It's so old.
It's cursed.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, this is newer Lordsport. I'm not sure when was old Lordsport. Did it
I couldn't find a date, but for the new one, it's 2014. Yeah. So I'm gonna say 2012. That's if I don't have a date, I just assume it's 2012 because that's a kind of running theme.
Yeah. So this is the newer version, which is actually quite old. Most of the Iron Islands are done in the early times.
The early ages.
Yeah, the early times
in
of
the medieval
New World. So lots of builds that we have on the Iron Islands in the New World are actually kind of dated already. So yeah, this is quote unquote like new Lordsport, but it's it's a little outdated already.
Yeah, I can't really think of any Iron Island builds that have been really done recently.
Yeah, I think there's just like 10 towers left. There's only like a few builds that haven't been done. But yeah, over here back in old
even
world,
like the terraforming alone is so different.
Yeah, it's so like chunky here in the old world. But yeah, here is the road.
Wait, I'm sorry. Do you not like it big and chunky? Moto.
Mutte. So, yeah, this is the road from Lordsport to Pyke in the Old World.
Oh, jeez.
Okay,
It's
so
like, you think... I always thought that New Pyke was not great. This is just...
yeah. Actually, New Pyke, as you'll see in a bit as well, this beginning bit anyway, this bit on the mainland is actually still has the same layout in the new one, but this jutting out.
It's slightly
area is
different. In the new one, it doesn't have like the separate tower on its own over there. It's like one,
Yeah.
two, three.
Yeah, I meant the bit on the mainland, not
okay.
the towers jutting out. So yeah, this is the road from Lordsport to Pyke in the newer version, and you'll see in a moment that this entrance bit it's updated, but it still has like the same kind of layout.
Is that the Old Town Road?
No.
Oh, damn. Where am I going to take my horse?
I guess Theon did take his horse with Asha. Well, Asha in the books and Yara in the show. He took his horse on the old.
See, it sounds like you're saying horse.
Yeah.
But Frank Reynolds style. Horse!
Yeah, so yeah, this is the new version of this bit. You can see like the main bit on the land itself is kind of the same, but the jutting out towers are quite different. So they're all in one line.
I kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, it looks quite nice.
I think the thing that stands out for me the most is just like the aesthetics with all the rocks, how it's so broken down.
Eroded, yeah.
Because originally the castle was built on a larger cliff that was jutting out into the ocean, but then as the earth was unstable and then erosion happened, it kind of fell apart, and now it's just how you see it.
And this is the Squid Throne.
I like it.
Yeah, oh no, people are gonna comment, I don't know the proper name of this.
It's not a squid, it's an octopus, and his name is Lucifer.
I think it's probably like the sea stone chair.
His name is Jeffrey.
Chair. Something like that. It has a special name, the chair of the Iron Island. But this is in the Old World, so we're kind of comparing We'll compare.
Why are there torches on the outside of the world? We're going to light them on the outside of the castle.
Probably for aesthetics. But
that
here you
poor
have
person who has to go and light those.
Yeah, here you have the hanging bridge as well, the rope bridge. Yeah, let's have a look in the newer version. I do like this, how the light kind of shines through the bridge. But here in the new world, you actually, as you enter, you got...
Yeah, this one's much better, and it works a lot more as well because of the scale compared to how big the room is. It works. Meanwhile, the other one, it was nice, but it was a bit cramped.
Yeah, so this is...
Very nice.
Yeah, so we'll get a better look outside as well of the towers here. I feel like they work better in proportion to the parts jutting out as well than compared to the old world. But here you have the rope bridge as well.
Yeah, the islands themselves are quite interesting. Their own little microcosm where they have their own religion and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Back in the Crossroads.
Can't believe they worship calamari.
Yeah. So yeah, now we're gonna take the final road to the south, continuing the King's Road, and
I can't wait for someone to remake Old Town Road, but King's Road.
Yeah, I think this is a surprise for you as well. I didn't tell you I was going to do Harrenhal.
See, you kept saying about it, and I said you can't do Harrenhal because it defeats the object of the video. And then you were literally crying, like when
Yeah.
Like, I know. But then when I ask for Highgarden, everyone else asks for Highgarden, you just flip us all off and kick us into a puddle.
This is to spread awareness that Harrenhal needs a redo. Because this is the only version that we have of Harrenhal, but it's so old. And it's on the new world. But yeah.
So is that what you're gonna go? Is that what you're gonna do when you go to different countries? To say this building is so old, tear it down and rebuild it. Yeah. It's good having culture, you swine. Hashtag let's start a petition to get Kobe off WesterosCraft walks for all this disrespect.
No.
Just Lucia. Everyone's gonna unsub now and be like, oh god. Imagine that. WesterosCraft walks just done by me. I'll turn it into an ASMR channel. Get my cat to rub his face on the mic. But
yeah, here you have actually the big hall where the council of 100. I think it was 100 after conquest. There was like a big gathering of all the lords, and it happened here in this hall. But yeah, as you can see, it is on the new world, but it's
gonna have a bit of a leakish issue.
It's old, yeah. I think it's 2013 as well that this was built.
That's not why I'm looking at my notes. I didn't know you're doing this, so I have no information.
Yeah, because I know you would protest. You'd say, Kobe, you can't do that.
Yeah, I did protest even before I knew you were doing it, and you were just like, I don't care. Bad boy. He's the bad boy of the server.
We need a Harrenhal redo. Spread the word.
But you also want them to do Islands redo, so, you know, pick one.
Harrenhal is my priority. I want to see a nice new Harrenhal. But then again, no, like, it's cursed, so maybe they're scared to redo it.
You'd redo it then if you want it so much.
No, it's too much for me.
They need to retrim that bush.
Yeah, so this, actually, we are going a little bit...
Where are we?
Where are we? We're in Pink Maiden.
Oh.
No, not Pink Maiden. Maidenpool.
Pool,
yeah.
I know, I was like, Pink Maiden.
No, we're not in Pink Maiden yet.
Is that an American brand? What is it? Pinkberry. I've heard people talk about a Pinkberry. They sell frozen yogurt.
So yeah, this is Maidenpool, the old version. You have some information?
Yeah, Maidenpool. It's all underwater. It's Atlantis.
No. So yeah, when was the old version built?
I don't know.
Or does it not?
There's no information.
Oh, no information on it.
2012.
2012. Yeah, that's our like safeguard. But yeah, Maidenpool, famous for its pool. The old version is kind of the old version is of the pool at Maidenpool is kind of like a fountain.
Wait, this is meant to be it?
Yeah. The new version, even though the new version is quite old as well, does a better job. But yeah, we are gonna have a look in here first. Kind of seeing that old style again of furniture, kind of sparse.
That's the thing, we didn't even used to have stalls, we just had to go off vanilla Minecraft.
Blocks, yeah.
Vanulu.
Mm-hmm. So,
wow. Great. It's amazing. There's not even a door.
Yeah, not even a door now.
We're so safe here that there's not even a door.
Yeah, so here you get an overview, and now we're gonna have a look at especially this area as well. You see the surrounding lands are so different. In the old world it's kind of plucked in the middle of it, but here you see like the surrounding lands are flushed out. And I think this is also like an early New World built, right?
It was 2014.
Oh, okay, so it's quite
pretty old.
It's quite old as well. You can kind of see it's a little outdated already,
but
especially like the road style. But it's still quite nice. And they still use signs. We don't really use signs anymore in the modern day.
But here's an actual pool.
Yeah. Do you want to tell the story?
Maidenpool.
You can tell the story.
Which the town takes its name from the pool, where the legendary Florian.
Yeah, Florian.
I'm sorry for everyone at home whose ears are now bleeding from me pronouncing that so badly. Florian the Fool first spied
Jonquil. Yeah.
What a special name.
Jonquil the Maiden.
Bathing her sisters, which is where the famous bathhouse in the town, Jonquil's Pool, gets its name from.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
Jonquil.
It's this romantic story in Westeros, but actually...
But then like it has a name like that, Jonquil.
Yeah, but actually it is this whole romantic story, but actually what was Florian doing? He was sneaking in the bush, spying...
Getting one for the spank bank.
Yeah, spying on Jonquil and her sisters bathing.
That is a man's name, Jonquil.
Is it? No, it's a maiden name. Like
the fair maiden.
Yeah, the
Jonquil.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the way I'm saying it. Jonquil.
Yeah, so...
Jonquil.
We had a look at the town, so now we'll kind of check out the castle.
Just in case you didn't get that, it's Jonquil.
John.
Jonquil. Jonquil?
Is there actually... I think it's John without the H, right?
Yeah, it is spelled uno momento. Beep 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 beep. Jonquil. Jonquil. Just in case you guys ever have a spelling bee and it comes up. Yeah. You're welcome. I want a cut of the prize money. Do you get prize money for a spelling bee?
Yeah, I think
They don't even throw spelling bees where I'm from.
Yes, I think it's an American thing.
Like, there's so many American things they don't have here, like free school lunches. I'm like, what is that? Free school lunches? Free food? I'm down.
Yeah, we have to buy our own food here.
I know. It's ridiculous. Or you have to eat whatever your mum makes, and it's never good.
Wow. I hope your mum's not watching.
My mum's not gonna watch. She doesn't even know what a YouTube is. What's the YouTube, kids?
So yeah, that was Maidenpool.
Apart from if it's George Michael.
So where are we now? This is
Jonquil's palace.
This is the first thing I remember from when I was a no-build on the server.
See, for me, I always used to go to a different warp. You know, it's like all the trees behind you.
Oh yeah. Like on the show.
But I do love this gate, as aged as it is, because it has the 7 on there.
Yeah, this is the Gate of the Gods on the Old King's Landing. Old King's Landing's got like a lot of different iterations as well. Like I think 5 versions of it. I'm not sure which one this is, but this is the one that we currently have on our old world.
Well, this one's been here for a fairly long time because it was on when I joined. And even like the layout has changed. But then again, it's like we're going to different gates. Like,
yes.
Whose Dragon Pit is worse, Season 8 or the old version?
This is actually our new King's
tiny.
Landing. This is our new King's Landing, the Gate of the Gods, so the same area. And this one was started in 2015. But until, I think the main town was finished 2017, but it was
2018 officially.
Yeah, official finish was 2018 because like there were some bits left with like the Red Keep and some surrounding lands.
Yeah, it's crazy. I remember joining when King's Landing was halfway through, and I ended up building something like 500 houses. And imagine if I joined when King's Landing started, I could have done like over 1,000 houses. And I didn't even do little houses; I did big houses.
Yeah, so this is Cobbler Square in the old version.
That's a nice statue.
In the old world,
I'm like, maybe someone came from New World and built this here.
In the old world, they got huge statues everywhere. Like they're the size of houses. These statues, but this is Cobbler Square, known for its cobblers. The statue in the old world was of Aegon, but we have a new statue in the new world. And it has the Cobbler's Guild over here, kind of what it's named after.
But yeah, that is a big statue.
Yeah, here it is in the New World. We are going again the same route from the Gate of the Gods to Cobbler Square. Here you can see it's more fleshed out and bigger. But
not the statue.
No, the statue is decent size. In the old world, they were too big, like it's unrealistic. But yeah, you have a lot of cobblers on Cobbler Square. The statue in the middle.
Never would have guessed that.
Yeah, and the statue in the middle is of Jaehaerys in this version.
I like the kind of fountain around it, though.
Yeah, and behind us we also have the Guild Hall of the Cobblers. If you're interested in knowing what a cobbler is, I got a nice video about shoemaking and difference between cobblers and court rainers on my personal channel. I'll link that in the end maybe, or you can find the link to my channel in the description. Little shout out there. But we're back in the old King's Landing, going from Cobbler Square to the Dragon Square, which is quite different as well to the modern one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to say like Old King's Landing is so bad because I have like sentimental feelings behind it. Like I remember coming here and being like, wow, this place is so amazing. Look at this. Even something as simple as at a different warp to a different gate, there are these trees similar to ones that the show shows in from Ireland. And even then, I was like, they're so cool because I hadn't seen anything like that before. And I go back and I'm like, how do I think that was cool? Like, it still is, like, compared to vanilla Minecraft builds that you see that most people build themselves, it's still incredibly impressive, like the scale alone.
Yeah. So we had the Market Hall over there, which is a cannon building. Got the Dragon Square.
Another big ass statue.
I didn't know this. I thought it was canon, but I don't think the Dragon Square is actually canon. It's canon that there's a big square there, but I don't think the name Dragon Square
is this the Red Stag Inn?
I think it's meant to be.
Oh.
But
But I think my favourite thing that makes me laugh is that you can tell that's the Alchemist Guild straight away because that place looks spooky as hell.
Yeah. So in the old version, the Alchemists Guild is actually on the square, which is also different.
They call it the Spooky Square.
And here we also have another big statue. This one of Alysanne.
I like her.
Yeah.
She seems sweet.
Yeah. We were listening to it on the the Fire and Blood book that came out recently. It's been a while, but yeah. Yeah, she got a lot of children, that one.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, Game of Thrones kind of mirrors the real world almost because, taking inspiration, as George did, with high mortality rates of women and children. Either women would die in childbirth or children would die very young due to, things like sanitation. Which, if you look on Kobe's channel, he has a great video about coming out. The one about wine.
Wine? Wait, the one about wine that hasn't aired yet?
Yeah, so check out for that, because it's good.
Yeah. So
it's amazing. It's better than good.
Yeah,
it's like
video that hasn't come out yet, but it will in the future on my personal channel.
Yeah, it's about how people would drink loads of wine and beer because if it had water in it for beer, then it would have been boiled to kill bacteria, because drinking water from then, that alone is probably going to kill you. Or if it doesn't kill you, you're going to have a very strong tummy. Little tum-tum.
Yeah, so this is the new Dragon Square. You can see the market hall, the red stag in there compared to the old
spooky building.
And yeah, the Spooky Alchemist Guild is...
They just look evil.
Yeah, it's not on the actual square, but it's nearby. Now we are climbing. Yeah, we are climbing the hill of Visenya.
The mountain.
The hill of Visenya, where the Sept of Baelor is. You have a statue of Baelor. This is on the old world again, which is, it kind of looks
I
nice.
like this, the kind of surrounding decorative arch way.
Yeah, the thing around it is quite aesthetically nice, but not very practical. And the
As what?
Aesthetically,
okay.
Yeah, a little bit of blood there left. Someone needs to clean that up. But yeah, the new world, the area where the greenery is like the houses for the septas and scepters. That I feel like scepters isn't the right word.
Septons?
Septons, yeah.
Scepters and septons.
Yeah, here's the new version. You can see those the housing for it on each side. One side is for the men and one is for the women.
It's fairly nice though. I feel like their accommodation.
Oh yeah, and under here as well, we don't see it in the video, but you might remember from the King's Landing videos, under here is where the Targaryen kings are buried. Also, this is nice featured.
Man, you didn't go to it in the old world. In the old world, it's so different.
Oh no,
it's really... It's almost like a giant cave, but it's really not that good.
Oh, but yeah, this is the new one. And they had that nice pool in the beginning. I always liked that. It's actually the world copied under ice. That's
in case you didn't know.
Yeah, that's how we do the effect.
It's not just a pool, Kobe. So here we have the dragon pit, which looks like it's straight out of season 8.
No, in season 8 it was smaller.
Are you sure? I don't think you can get much smaller than this thing.
Yeah, in season 8
I'm like, how the hell is the dragon meant to fit in this? Both for this and season 8.
Yeah. But yeah, I do like the banners that they had, even though it would be completely destroyed. Or no, it's
like,
not banners, it's I guess carved
stone,
into stone.
But I was like looking around, and I'm like, where do the dragons even live?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it looks like a fighting pit, but it's supposed to be dragon stables. So yeah, that was the old one.
But baby dragons.
Here we got the nice.
What a nice house on the right hand side there.
Yeah, we built that one together.
Oh yeah.
I think we managed to get one house next to like each major landmark.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah. So here we have the nice new dragon pit with like on the inside you got those little indents as well where the dragons are stabled.
Are stabled?
Yeah, there's a dragon stables.
No, but is it right to say that's where they're stabled?
Yeah, I think so.
I've never heard anyone say that before.
It's me.
Okay, let's learn English from Kobe. Someone's going to comment and be like, Lucia, you're wrong. I'm not saying he's wrong, I'm just saying I've never heard that before.
Yeah, I think it's the right word.
Meanwhile, I would just say, it's where the dragons live.
Be more technical, Lucia. Don't be so funny and hilarious.
That's enough for the dragons. This is also
Don't be so charming.
This is also something nostalgic for me, like the old Red Keep on the old world. I feel like this one took more inspiration from the show than like the books.
Yeah.
So we'll see the throne room first.
I always liked it.
Oh, do
Apart
you?
from the throne. The throne was
Is this not special? Like I like the throne room. I think I like this throne room.
I like the windows at the
than-
back, like the backdrop windows.
It's better than the new throne room, I think. But the Iron Throne. What is this Iron Throne? It's funny.
With like the hidden
It's like a
thing in the
little
door.
thing. Yeah, that's again. I guess they
I
try
don't
to
know.
represent.
I
the
might be
shows.
biased because I worked in the new throne room, but I like the new throne room.
I feel like the new throne room should have been a little wider to like accommodate the throne. But here we have
But it's the two
Tower of the
layers
Hand.
as well. There's like an upstairs.
Yeah, but I know like the width of it. It seems narrow to me. But we'll come back to that in a moment. But yeah, here.
He's never happy. Never. Just put a salami in it, then they'll think it's fine.
Yeah, so that was the Tower of the Hand, and this is Maegor's Holdfast with the spikes.
You just even like the layout is so different now to what it was before.
Yeah, here you have like signs saying what everything is, but you wouldn't have those in real life. Because most people won't read. I guess people there would read because they're like upper class, but yeah, kind of flew into the door there. But yeah, we'll have a look at top bedroom. I found an interesting looking bed there. I don't think it's the.
Is it a waterbed?
I don't know. I don't know if this is the king's bed, but it looks quite.
I think so, because the impression I got from it is it's meant to be Baratheon one side, Lannister the other side, but they wouldn't share a bed.
Yeah, they got two different rooms. They.
Maybe it's for him and all his whores.
Oh. Yeah. So now, enough of old Red Keep. This is the new one. I do quite like the layout of the new one. It kind of like the layout, like the show's version of King's Landing, is so iconic, but it doesn't really make sense.
And the one thing for me that, I mean, there must be canon for it that is, but then again, it's like coming from looking at the show's version of it, is the entrance to where the dragon skulls are. Here, for us, it's like just behind this on the right hand side, there's like a storage house, and it's in the basement there. But I don't know, I always imagined it to be something like connected to the throne room, maybe.
Oh no, I think it's like out of the way. Robert was like, "Oh, put it in the basement somewhere. I don't want to see it," because they used to be in the throne room. The dragons.
I know, but shouldn't he just like get rid of them then? I feel like how did they get them down these stairs? Like literally, how the hell do they get these down the stairs?
I think they're quite valuable. But there you see the new Hans Tower, and here the new Maegor's. And we'll have a little look inside as well. You can see like in-depth walks through the Red Keep and King's Landing on the channel as well. I think we did like 10 episodes on it in total.
Yeah, something like, we did quite a lot of episodes.
Yeah, I think 7 on the city, 3 on the keep. 1 more to come. Who knows?
Oh yeah. Are you gonna say or not?
This is a sneak peek. This is a little Easter egg. Nothing to worry about. Oh, that wasn't.
For the people who are still paying attention 8 hours into the video.
Yeah.
So one thing I didn't actually mention in the original King's Landing series is that King's Landing is actually quite similar to Rome in like its founding. How before the main city was built and the castle, it was actually a collection of small hills with a small fishing village of folk at the seaside, and then it was founded after Aegon landed there in his conquest coming from Dragonstone. There are no fish people that we know of. You never know.
Speaking of Dragonstone. Okay, I saw the list.
Speaking of Dragonstone.
Here we are.
Good job, Kobe. The man who recorded this and edited it didn't even know what timing was.
Here is old Dragonstone, and we see the Baratheon flagship as well. Fury, I think it's called. Yeah. which Stannis owns at the moment.
Stannis!
Yeah.
I love you, Stannis!
Do you have a date on Old Dragonstone?
I mean, I'd date it, but I don't know about you.
No, only...
Bam, ba, da, bam, bam,
Okay,
bam.
so we
I
don't-
couldn't find one.
You don't-
2012.
Yeah, 2012 probably. Yeah, so...
When in doubt, 2012 the Moat.
Yeah, this is also, at this point in time, this is also where all the ships are anchored of Stannis' fleet. Also, in the old world, the mountain, the volcano doesn't seem to be active.
Dragon Mount.
Oh yeah, Dragon Mount. Yeah.
See, look, guys, I do know some information.
Yeah, so, there were only a few ships there, and it's supposed to be a whole fleet.
That dragon looks like it's humping it.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is this is the old dragon. So I do like these dragons, like climbing up.
What, the humpers?
Yeah, the humpers. Like, it's full of, like, dragon statues and stuff. They kind of kept the same design in the new version, but they got rid of the humping dragons on the main tower.
It's because I knew what that one that was just there had like weird teeth, like that meme of that really skinny dog that I don't know what the meme's called, where it's like got its overbite.
Do you have any info?
Overbite dog. So as Kobe was saying before, Dragonstone is located next to what is meant to be an active volcano called Dragon Mount. And the castle is traditionally used for the heir apparent to the Iron Throne. So this would be where...
Like the next heir
Yeah.
would live. And this is the painted table, the famous painted table.
it's painted.
Yeah, this is the new version of Dragonstone. As you can see, a lot more ships
And a
representing
lot more active
Stannis'
volcano-ness.
fleet. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that.
So is this from 2014?
This is from 2014, yeah.
Yeah, you can see, you'll see it in the main keep. It's kind of got the same layout, but just got like an update. And over here in the middle, you got the flagship again, Fury.
I find it's more impressive in the old version.
Yeah, I guess. I guess. But
Just
this
because,
one
just
has a
because of,
nameplate.
just because of the scale of the. I know what they're called, but because I need to know what they are, I've forgotten.
Wait, which one?
Thingies that make the ship move because they catch the
Sails?
air. Yes, the sails.
And you see the fleets behind
Oh,
there.
you guys should have heard me when I was talking to Kobe about
Diplomats.
diplomats, and I was trying to figure out what the building was called.
Yeah.
And I was like, if
then
I
this-
go to America and I'm in the building, it's a what?
Yeah, and the people are there who...
The people are there.
The people are there who aren't in the country, but it's another country, and the building is in the country.
So pick me for Pictionary, guys. So,
Yeah.
some more interesting facts about Dragonstone is that the castle was carved using ancient Valyrian magic and sorcery, and because of this sorcery, they were able to liquefy and reshape stone with dragon flame, which is why they have these really interesting shapes, effectively. And they kind of used the shapes of dragons because of the Valyrians, and they thought dragons were pretty sick, and they had dragons. And the dragons liked the heat of the volcano.
Yeah.
So it could be dragon poo, we don't know.
Made out of dragon poo.
Dragon poo is lava. George hasn't said it's not, so
Yeah, so
call me season 8. If he hasn't said it, then I can make it up. He hasn't said it's not this.
Yeah. Let's not talk about season 8.
Dragon!
But yeah, here we have the newer version of the painted table as well. And the nice high seat from which you can like have a nice overview of it. Did you say everything about everything that we had?
It's located in the Crown Lands.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just kind of what I said before. Robert actually, when he became king, he gave Dragonstone to Stannis, as Kobe was saying before with the boat,
Yeah.
the Fury.
But if Stannis got Dragonstone, who got Storm's End, where we are now? Old
Baby
Storm's End.
Renly.
Yeah. So at the moment we are nearby Old Storm's End in a little village. Do we know when this version was built?
2013.
Okay, this one is 2013. I'm guessing like before early 2013, before the
Switch over.
The switch over. Yeah. You can see we are already getting some custom blocks, like the cabinets over there. We had some cabbages.
Cabbages.
But over there you see the old Storm's End.
I love the gap in between where you're like storms and
Yes.
over.
So this one, the newer version is actually based on the old version as well. It was meant to be like just an update on it, but they revamped it, but they kept kind of the layout, as you will see when we get to the newer version.
Yeah, especially you'll see the old version compared to the new one. On top of the drum tower is different as well.
Yeah. I'll show that in a moment as well.
See, I'm psychic, I just know.
Yeah, so this is still the old version. If you remember our recent Storm's End episode, you'll probably remember the layout over here. There is a statue over here in the new version. But yeah, the place where they fire the arrows is the same, but yeah, as you will see, on top of this tower is a little different. Got a big crane.
Big crane. I don't know, it is quite cool. If you want to get food, or maybe even people if you're lazy like me, to the top, you can just pop up in the crane.
Yeah. But yeah, now we will go up, out, have a little overview of the castle and merge into the newer version from 2015, I believe, right?
16.
16?
I got 16 here. But it might have been built in 2015, then they added some stuff to it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So it might have been there, but 2015, 2016. 2016 is the date I got.
I remember in the summer of 2015 there was a big server build event.
Yeah, but that always happens. Like even with King's Landing, they do big server builds, and it has a lot of momentum, and then all of a sudden everyone just gives up, and it's like 3/4 of the way through, and that last quarter takes 3 times longer than the rest of it.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
And then I come in and just build it all. Because I'm like, I'll just do 1, 2, 3. Someone stop me, I have no self-control.
So yeah, you see the layout is still stayed the same, but on top of the tower it's a little more like kind of...
You can do it, come on, you can do it, you can say it.
I don't know.
So
no, I'm
more
out of time. We're back on the old world.
You guys make up your own opinion about what the top of the tower is now.
Yeah, we're on the old world again, and we're gonna look at Davos's cave.
Are there any onions in here?
You might see something soon. What is this? Davos's little ship. It's an onion knight, but it's a turnip, isn't it?
Turnip for...
Unfortunately, we don't have an onion block.
Yeah, that's the thing. What is a turnip meant to be? Is that meant to be like a potato? Because there aren't potatoes on the server either.
No, yeah, because it's a new world food. So the potatoes are textured as turnips. But this is the new, the cave in the new version, by the way. Which you might have seen already in our recent Storm's End video. And here again, Griffin's Roost. Just a little, this is just a quick one. Because we've recently made a video on this as well. This is the old version of Griffin's Roost. Kind of got the plain stone, but it's meant to be red. Back then we didn't have the red stone.
Just built it out of red wool, and that's what they did in the old world.
I guess so, yeah. But yeah, here you have the Griffin's seat as well. And here is the new version that you might remember.
I do prefer the new one a lot more.
Do you have any dates on them?
No, because you didn't tell me we were doing it.
Oh, I guess that was a surprise.
You keep doing this to me to make me look awful. I can make myself look awful on my own, thank you.
No, yeah, it's just a little sneak peek. It's not really.
This is fairly new. This is since I've been a builder, because I remember coming here and it was in progress.
Probably like around 16 or something. Oh yeah, this is something I didn't notice. They have like the little griffin over the door in the main video.
And the door's got a hat.
But this is somewhere we haven't been, and it's
anywhere in Dorne.
It's our one building for this video in the Reach, and it is
Highgarden. Oh my god, guys, Highgarden's finished.
It's Ashford. Yeah, so this is an important location if you read the Tales of Dunk and Egg. Well, the first book anyway.
It's the first time Kobe said to me dunk and egg. I didn't hear dunk and egg. I heard dunk in egg. Like, what are you dunking in an egg? Like bread?
So this is the old version. I don't think we got a date on there.
No, but for the new one I have 2017. So the first one I'll say 2012.
Okay. Oh yeah, and here you have. We also have the remnants of a tourney ground, which might have played a role like 100 years ago, in the tales
Of dunking eggs in the ocean.
Yeah, so we got the river here, and on the other side we got the triangular castle.
They should just rename it. Don't do Ashford, just do the Triangular Castle.
No, it is because it's canonically triangular.
Yeah, but I'm saying they should just call it Triangle Castle.
Yeah, but then they'll get confused with Riverrun.
Why? Riverrun's called Riverrun, this is called Triangle Castle.
Okay, yeah. So
Everyone's like, Lucia, go to sleep. I'm like, okay.
we have been
Good night.
talking for a long time. We're getting tired. I think we're almost at the end.
Everyone's like, please, Jesus, please.
So yeah, we are kind of almost at the last little area.
Yeah, Ashford was actually the site of a major battle during Robert's Rebellion in 282 AC, and we're gone!
We're gone, yeah.
We're gone!
Yeah, this is...
It was his only notable defeat.
Oh, okay. But yeah, this is Night
I looked
Fort.
down for 1 second, and you just go somewhere else.
Yeah. So yeah, this is Night... No, Night... Not, is it Night? No, it's not.
I'm not going
Night
to tell you
Song.
now.
Night Song.
No, it's Day Song.
It's
Fighter
Night
of the Night Song. Champion of the Sun.
So yeah, someone was asking in the comments as well, next Night Song, so yeah, here you have
Go to sleep, little baby, there's a Night Song.
You have old Night Song over here, which is looking quite ugly.
2012.
Yeah.
And I know that for a fact.
And that's a bread apparently.
Fact is fact.
That was old bread.
It could have been. They could have said it was cheese, but like it's close enough color-wise. If you look at some of the stuff they do in Old World, I'm like, that's good enough.
Yeah, so this is meant to be the Dornish marches, but they got like green.
It's because
grass
they
there.
water. That's the thing. Everyone. Oh, Dorne is so sandy. Well, if they watered the grass, it'd be fine.
Yeah, well, this I wasn't sure about it, but this is the Dornish marches, so it's right on the border with Dorne, but it's actually technically the Stormlands. But as you will see in the new version,
It's so different in the new version.
it's so different, yeah. But yeah, this kind of reminded me of the Notre Dame without the little front towers, because they like from the outside. I mean, because they had that cathedral thing with the jutting out things. What is it called? Just things sticking out of the sides. But that doesn't matter.
The worst thing is, I
Yeah.
studied history of art, so I actually know what that is. And I'm like,
Yeah. So this is actually New Night Song.
I remember I even did a thing on Notre Dame. It'll come to me when we finish this, and I'll be eating dinner, and I'll be like,
Oh yeah, I feel like it was with a B or something. But I'm not sure. But yeah, this is the New Night Song. You can see the terrain is a lot more Dornish, marchy.
Marchy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here you have them as well. Like that like there's little sticky out bits to support the main thing.
I almost don't want to remember what it is and just call them sticky out bits.
Yeah. But yeah, we will have a look inside of here as well. I do quite like Night Song. It looks nice. Kind of protecting the Stormlands from the Dornish people. As you can see over here, they don't like the Dornishmen because they use their sigil on the training dubbies.
Dubbies.
Dubbies, yeah. Dummies. Yeah. But yeah, we will have a look inside. And oops.
Yeah, Night Song is quite interesting because records indicate that the castle has been besieged at least 37 times in the last millennium. So
Yeah, it is at that critical point between like Dorne and the rest of Westeros. But yeah, you can see the Baratheon colors as well there.
But
saw
another
some banners.
Another interesting thing as well is that House Cailin,
Karen?
yeah, but with a C. They're actually known for creating both warriors and singers, which I thought was so funny that they have such contrasting things they're known for.
Yeah, nice hall over here. And got a nice raven over here at the back on the wall. Now, finally, our last region, Lucia. We're in Dorne. We've made it to Dorne.
Buttress. It's a buttress. It's a buttress. That's what it's called.
Okay.
How can I not remember? It's like it has the word butt in it.
Okay. Yeah, so the sticky out bit's called buttresses. But this is old sandstone. Did you find when this was built?
No, maybe. 1 second.
Yeah. But the main thing that I was thinking about this build, it's so unnatural. Like, it's a big blob.
No, you didn't tell me we were coming here then.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, yeah,
I do have something about another castle, but not this one. See, guys, I try for you. If we're going to do a build, I research it as much as I can. But then this dummy here, who everyone likes so much, he's a big old dummy. He's a big old dummy
and
fuzz.
I don't tell you what we're doing.
And instead he's laughing, eating his salami, giggling away.
But yeah, the reason why I wanted to include this one is because, like, in the old world, like, it's just a big rock sticking out of the desert, and then there's this convenient walkway made out of rock. Like, it's so crazy. Like, this wouldn't form naturally. Like, that walkway is so convenient. But yeah, here is the new one, which is a lot more natural. It was done by Birdman, who also did Packleton. I believe this was his project before Packleton. We did a video on Packleton. Bird does a lot of great stuff with terrain.
So what, didn't he do another build in Dorne?
Yeah, the one that can't be named because it's so controversial. The name is controversial. No, Lucia, no, you can't do that.
What is it? It's like some people think it's Yornwood, some people think it's Ironwood.
Yeah, exactly.
It's YRONWOOD.
Yeah, so
if you want to talk about what you think that you should pronounce it, however you think you should pronounce it, let there be no arguments. Apparently, according to Kobe,
it's controversial. The name, like
when I said I'm gonna say it, he got nervous. Like, I just asked him to take a drug test, and he is a hippie. Like, oh, no, man, we can't do it.
Yeah, so you can see here in the new one, it's actually like a formation. Seems natural. They got a canyon. They just like build inside there. The castle is on top. The castle itself got quite a nice feature as well.
Fighting pit.
Yeah, but at the moment we'll have a look in the audience chamber, which is
also a fighting pit.
You've been here before.
Oh, really? Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, here, they got a nice little flower bit covered with some curtains, drapes.
Canopy,
yeah. But yeah, we are gonna have a look inside here in the audience chamber. Oh wait, no, this isn't it. It's next door here. So yeah, over here there's like a little fighting pit.
Oh, okay.
In case they're like.
Oh, is it? I think that's for animals though.
Oh, is it?
Because there were horseshoes. Unless they're using those as weapons.
Yeah. I guess if there's a dispute, they can like fight it out down there.
Whoop!
A little bone, yeah.
Kobe's in the fight pit now. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Kobe.
I guess they do have cages there.
Like chicken fighting. What is the point of that? Who wants to watch a chicken fight?
It's the same.
All I want to see my chickens do is rub themselves in barbecue sauce and get in my mouth.
Okay, we are in Vaith at the moment. This is the River Vaith.
Vaith Nation.
Yeah, an old Vaith. Was this 2013? Because I feel like this is the old world, but I don't think it's finished yet. Because this is supposed to be like a little village, but it's flat. I don't know what the sigil.
Camels?
The sigil are Black Panthers, so I guess it's meant to be Black Panthers. But yeah, I think
that looks more like Musty.
Yeah,
Kobe's cat.
Misty's my cat from Belgium.
Big old tubby little lady.
Yes, she's chubby cat.
She's gonna watch this and be like, excuse me, you bitching about me? Don't come to my house.
Yeah, they do have water here, which is quite deep. I was like, oh, what?
Oh, really deep.
Yeah, secret passage. This is a big well, I guess.
Well, what do we have here?
Yeah, but I don't think.
And now Kobe's trapped.
Yeah. But yeah, I think there was meant to be a village inside these walls, but wasn't finished. So
that house took all the water, so everyone died.
Yeah. So this is the old keep, old palace. Kind of got that like Middle Eastern, like Sultan kind of style.
Not to be confused with sultanas.
Yeah, and over here you see the Black Panther, I guess. That's what they
What?
call
Where?
it. It's on the signs, like the seat of the
Oh,
Black Panther
okay.
or something like that. I guess.
Wakanda?
Yeah, in the desert, I guess. But yeah, we are gonna take a look at New Faith, and Lucia can talk about that because I know she likes Faith.
I mean, I'm not super passionate about Faith. I like it. I don't know. I quite like a lot of the Dornish builds. Like Ghost Hill, I really like. But this build actually has a cute little connection to Ashford almost, because Faith is mentioned in the Hedge Knight, which is the series that Duncan Egg is in. So the nearby river took the name of the castle, and it was abandoned during the War of Conquest. So I guess those panthers couldn't stick it out. And originally here were Andals, who settled in the hills east of the deep dunes and the sands of Dorne. But with the river, that is kind of like what helps life grow, similar to in Egypt with the Nile, how you see settlements grow with the Nile, and then as it kind of diverts itself, they die down and new ones open up. But Dorne in particular is kind of like my island. It's something I feel like doesn't get enough love, but I do think it has some really interesting custom blocks. Like on the side there, the red and the orange, it's like almost like terracotta tile. And also you see a lot of really nice intricate carved blocks and interesting window carved blocks as well, where it's like carved wood, because they wouldn't have... They'd want a lot of open space and air. They'd want to allow air to flow where it's so hot and humid, but at the same time they can't just have everything open, or else they'd have a bunch of sand in their pie, and no one wants that. Like being at the beach all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very nice castle.
It's very nice.
Because Dorne, they really link in with the surrounding areas where they kind of almost camouflage themselves with that sandstone.
So yeah, here we are in Sunspear, the old version of Sunspear. The new version isn't built yet, but yeah, this is the Shadow City. Also, here you can appreciate some of the old building styles, which is...
the walls are made of sand.
Yeah, exactly.
Like structure, and also how low is the ceiling?
Yeah, but then the ceiling is too thick, but only too high. Like, yeah. So this is the Shadow City, kind of the city that grew in the shadow of the castle and the inner city. Yeah, you have the main road, bringing some water to the inner city over here, which is where the more rich people live.
But also, I want this to be a really good example for, sometimes you'll see in comments or on the forum no builds who want to apply for builder, but they're nervous that maybe they don't have the skill. I want this to be an example to show you that you might start off not being the best, but you learn really quickly from your mistakes and from others' mistakes. So if you think you're bad, just come to the old world and you'll be instilled with confidence, and you'll apply for a builder and you'll get it, and it'll be great, and then you can just build. We do Harrenhal for Kobe.
Yeah. Yeah, so over here we got the main tower. It has a special name, this one, because it got like the colors in the window.
The sexy tower.
Yeah, I guess so. This isn't an in-depth video about it, so don't call us out on like, you don't know what the tower is.
Unless you want to fight.
Yeah, but this one is another interesting tower, which is a prison tower, which might play a role in later books. But yeah, we can't really go into detail with that because spoilers. And then another important thing of Sunspear is the sand ship over here, kind of in the building in the shape of the ship.
Yeah, like why?
It's got lore. Whenever we do the in-depth video on the new Sunspear, we will look into that for you. But yeah, this is the
baby model
of the new Sunspear. It's kind of there, but it's not really actively being worked on, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this is...
Yeah, I think they wanted to last time I heard about it, they were reworking it.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do like focus on Old Town first, and then after Old Town, which will be
Old Town's going to take so long.
Yeah, then it will be turned.
But they've
for
got
Sunspear.
some really great blocks that they've made custom for Old Town. They had the really nice stone where it was like a wattle, but it was stone and wattle. So that's going to be a good one.
Yeah, so this is kind of the model of what's to come for a place that hasn't been completed yet. And we see the wool outlines in a large size as well there, which we will have a look at. But I think that was some information here as well. That was it for this episode, right? We're just gonna have a look at the wool in a moment, and
then you guys all go have a nap, because this has been a long 2 hours. Feature length film.
Yeah.
So we'll make millions at the box office.
Yeah. So this is just the layout. Things can change from here as well.
They will change. They never stay the same.
Yeah, they never stay the same. This is just like an initial plan for it. As you can see, we always do it in like wool first. They got the signs over there. What everything is. This is also at the mouth of the river Greenblood, the main river going through Dorne. But yeah, at that note, anything else you want to say, Lucia, before we go?
If you have any problems getting on the launcher, go on either the Discord or go on the forum and someone can help you out. I cannot help you in the comments. I don't know. Nothing.
Yeah. So go on the forums in the description below, or on the Discord if you have any problems with the launcher. There's a technical support page there. But yeah, thanks for watching. On screen right now you can find a link to the playlist of WesterosCraft walks, and I'll put my shoemaking video up there as well in case you're interested, that we talked about in the Cobbler Square bit. But yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks for putting up. If you've lasted this long, then you get automatic builder.
Don't take her word on that.
No one's gonna last this long.